Number 70, Tracy Bonham, Mother, Mother. I just love this song. It's so angsty and just like, you know, Tracy Bonham's Mother, Mother. What a great song. I love it, in fact. I'm not a girl, so I can't really relate to it, but it just brings me back to that time when I listened to really good music. I still listen to really good music, okay? This is just one of those really good musical songs. Number 69 is Nerf Herder's Kashmir. I'm a Perry Griff nerd. I love Perry Griff. Grip. What? Anyway, Perry Grip of Nerf Herder is amazing. But Kashmir, I think, is the best Nerf Herder song. And there's a lot of great Nerf Herder songs, but Kashmir is just the best of all of them, I think. Number 68 is The Strokes, Last Night. The Strokes came onto the scene where there was a bunch of the bands like The Strokes, The Hives, and The Killers, and the 50 other bands that started with the and end in S, like they used to back in the 60s before they started turning into countries and states like Asia and Chicago and, or that's a city, but Kansas and Boston, and you know what I'm talking about. And then they went to just really weird band names. But now it made the full circle back to the bands again, and the Strokes, I think, were one of the better of the bands. And Last Night was a great song. And it still is a great song. Number 67 is Fastball's Out of My Head. Fastball made it huge with their smash hit The Way, but I liked that song. I loved Out of My Head, and if you haven't heard the song Out of My Head, it's a very short song, but it's short and sweet, and I highly recommend it. Okay, number 66 is Wheatus, Teenage Dirtbag. Now I know that you remember this song. The guy has a really whiny voice, which for me, it's just, I love whiny voices. I don't know what it is. Some people don't like whiny voices, but me, I enjoy them thoroughly. And Teenage Dirtbag is the epitome of whiny voice songs. And it's so, so good. You have to dig it, right? Wheatus, Teenage Dirtbag. Number 60. Number 65 is Seven Mary Three's Over Your Shoulder. As I mentioned previously, there were other Seven Mary Three songs that I did consider. Seven Mary Three was a great bar band that just kind of made it huge, and in the 90s. And Over Your Shoulder is a great song, and it just has a really good message in it too. So check it out, Seven Mary Three, Over Your Shoulder. Number 64, we have Glenn Hansard's great song Falling Slowly. From the movie Once. The movie Once, not nearly as good as the songs and the soundtrack from the movie Once. Glenn Hansard, formerly of the band The Frames. If you haven't heard any of their songs, they're great, and Glenn Hansard doesn't write a bad song, but Falling Slowly is the epitome, the capital of all of his songs. It's in a league all of its own. It's such a beautiful song. Running out of adjectives, and I think I screwed up a lot of words, but number 63 is Moth's I See Sound. And I don't feel so bad for myself since you can't really see sound and you can't really hear sight. But I don't think a song called I Hear Sight would have been nearly as ingenious as I See Sound. And Moth, great band. I See Sound, probably their best song. It is to me anyway, it's my favorite. Alright, this song is going to bring back memories to a lot of people, for me especially. And that is the Verve Pipes, The Freshmen. Not to be confused with The Verve. This was The Verve Pipe. And The Verve Pipe was another really, really fun band from the 90s who had a series of hits, but The Freshmen was their best. And to round out the first 40 of the top 100 favorite songs of all time, that's not really all time, but is 1992 to 2012, is number 61 with All Time Low's Dear Maria, Count Me In. Now, I mentioned this already, but I'm a huge fan of catchy songs, and it doesn't really get any catchier than Dear Maria, Count Me In. All Time Low is one of the quintessential catchy pop-punky bands out right now, and they continue to just throw out great music, but Dear Maria, Count Me In is, I don't think they've made a better song than that. It's just great.